Two cabinet secretaries, Kevin Wachira of Energy and Hassan Wachira of Sports and Culture, appeared before the Parliamentary Constitution Implementation Oversight Committee and the Constitution Implementation Commission to brief on the progress of pending legislations which have a constitutional deadline of August 27 this year.
Whole project, the damages and the repercussions of the outcome of that coal project is very dangerous to the health of the people. The pollution and everything. It's going to be totally dark. That thing runs 60 kilometers, that pollution. It's going to damage everything. What measures have you put in place to protect the people? And I can see you're coming up with the nuclears and those kind of things.
The specifications that we are implementing under the Clean Coal Generation Project or Clean Coal Emission Project that we are putting in Lamu has got very stringent emission standards.
Wachira expressed confidence that various legislations that would regulate the mining sector and technology that the government would use to mine coal would be published and forwarded to Parliament in a month's time. His sports and culture counterpart Hassan Wachira was on the spot over, among other bills, the progress of the National Museum and Heritage Bill, which would actualize the devolving of museums.
The landscape under the proposed realignment of the National Museums and Heritage Bill, most of these museums have to be seeded off. But then we may have to end up with some key museums that tell the story of the nation and become the centers of identity for the nation. Those will become national museums, while counties then can use these other museums as their county museums.
Treasury Principal Secretary Kariuki Thuge was also engaged on the status of Controller of Budget Bill and the Central Bank of Kenya Bill, which he explained had been forwarded to the Attorney General.
There's no explanation of this delay at all. We've just been told you can't meet the timeline. Why? 5 years down the line.
We require legislation to support the Office of the Controller of Budget. And we also require to amend or review and amend the Central Bank Act.
We have finished a draft of a new bill. It's actually on my desk as we speak. I'm going to forward it to the Cabinet Secretary today. And so I think we've made a lot of progress.
But the Lands and the Environment Ministries were hard put to account for delays in processing their bills, with CIC citing stalled land transactions involving community land due to delay in processing the community land bill.
We are very apprehensive that there is a real risk that transactions are ongoing on community land because of the understanding that somehow the county governments are in charge of that land. The Constitution says that the county government holds that land on behalf of communities, and then says the only way you can transact is when there is that law. That law is not there, Chairman.
The Ministry has formulated a more comprehensive bill after the inputs to be approved by the Cabinet in 2 weeks' time. Parliament should expect to be seized with the bill by mid-April of 2015.
The committee set May this year as the deadline to forward to Parliament all the remaining time-bound bills.